Libras, this reading is general. So this automatically means that there will be certain things that are mentioned in this reading that may be a fact to your story, and there will be some things that are not. Please disregard details that don't apply to your situation. Take in what does resonate, leave the rest. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can always book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. Even though I'm calling this a 7-day forecast, it's not guaranteed that the events mentioned in the reading may play out at the exact same time for everyone. So it may be necessary to give the events in the reading a chance to play out. With that aside, let's get into it. You already know we're going to talk about sensitive topics. We always do. If that is not your preference, please take this moment to click off. Aloha from Hawaii. Sending you love and light. Thank you, Lady Hawaii. Aloha. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for the Libra or Virgo. The Libra Nation. Maybe some of you are Libra Virgos. Or your Libras dealing with Virgos. What's going on? Libra. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Something in your situation, Libra, is going to require patience. Something's going to require for you to maybe sit tight before you hear back from a particular situation. Or maybe, I think that's what this is. Maybe you're wanting to hear back from something because it does feel like you're anticipating some information. I think so. You're waiting for a context regarding a particular situation. Maybe for some of you, the context is mixed up with regard to something. Someone is trying to maybe gather some information about something, and maybe there's some context clues that are missing. Spirit is sending you a sign about something that will help you understand something where there are clues that are missing or information that is missing with regard to something that you have going on in your situation. Let's see what this might be, Libras. Let's see what's going on over the next 7 days. You have a Sagittarius that's in your reading, Sun, Moon, or Rising, maybe Venus. Oh, and this may resonate if you have Libra in your 7th house. Well, even more so if you have Libra. Like it's in its home planet, basically. Aries, your opposite energy. Some of you, maybe you have a Libra North, Aries South Node. Maybe this is you trying to figure out your purpose and why you're here. If that is the case, patient. Spirit is going to give you a sign. They're going to give you a big clue as to what that is. You definitely have someone from the afterlife that's around you, hovering around you at this time. Not in a creepy way. You know, not in like a haunting sort of way. This is in a protective way. An ancestor. Libra deals with Virgo. Lady Hawaii. Okay. Libra Virgo dealing with a Virgo. Thank you for the feedback. This helps me understand the messages that I'm receiving as I read. Some of you, you are waiting for something. You're tired of waiting for something. You're tired of being confused. You're in a state of confusion about something. It is. It seems like you're trying to find the right path in your life right now. And you feel like, I don't know, maybe you feel like this life is a waste of time. Or that you're just kind of wasting a lot of time. You're feeling like something is futile. I feel like some of you Libras, you might be in a negative state of mind about something, or there's someone in your situation that could be. I think that if we're talking about a relationship right now, it feels like someone is confused and possibly feeling that it's a waste of time because somebody's not happy with the way that things are going. You've got a Gemini that comes up in your reading, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Somebody is bored. Somebody is trying to determine what the future holds between the two of you. But while they're trying to figure that out, it seems like somebody is playing around. And they're supposed to be married, or they're supposed to be in a committed situation. I think somebody gets bored very easily, and someone is using that as an excuse to have a roaming eye. Gemini, Taurus comes up in your reading. This could be a cusp sign. This could be somebody that is on the cusp. Leo is in your reading. Pisces is in your reading. Who is this? This is Libra. Pisces usually comes up for your reading. That's ordinary. Just like Virgo usually comes up for you, so does Pisces. Broke up with Virgo. They only wanted money from me. Yikes. Yeah, that's what it looks like. There is a talk that I feel is coming up. A talk that maybe should have happened a long time ago, but it seems like somebody's avoiding this conversation. You could possibly be giving somebody the silent treatment this week, though, Libra. You might feel that there's a relationship that's just completely one-sided. And you might feel that you're dealing with someone who is kind of just out for themselves. Somebody in this situation is pessimistic this week. Maybe they're usually pessimistic. I don't know. Because like I said, somebody's feeling like they're like kind of like at their breaking point, kind of giving up on the situation. So it feels like it's hard for someone to stay positive about the way that things are going between the two of you right now. Sagittarius shows up to your reading. There's been some disloyalty. Maybe you feel like your partner doesn't think of you. Part of you may feel that they're immature. And I think that some of you recognize that somebody's playing around with you in a third-party situation. So I think that some of you are maybe confused. You've been confused for the longest about whether or not this is something that you should just leave alone. If maybe you're feeling that you're better off by yourself. Because like I said, it feels like somebody's not happy with the way that things are going right now. And I think that this is what somebody is thinking about this week. They're evaluating, would they be happier separate from the situation? Because it doesn't feel like you're able to see eye to eye on major issues in your relationship. It seems that there's someone that's just very frustrated currently about the situation, the way that it is. And when I say that somebody's playing around, I definitely feel like somebody's keeping their options open, because while they're in a state of confusion, rather than stick it through and try to talk things out with you the way that they feel that they should, they're instead going to play around because they don't feel like you and the two of you are in a good place right now. So this might be someone who is prone to have reckless sex with people. One night stands. You might even feel that there's somebody kind of stringing you along. It seems like some of you have been very patient with this individual. It could be because you have children. You may not have children in common with this person. Some of you, they may have children. Someone could be a father, or this is a parent-child situation that we're talking about. Especially if this is something that is just unhealthy about this. A parent-child situation. Somebody is maybe causing, like another person maybe coming in between you and your relationship with your child, you might feel. That's what this feels like. Or there's distrust between parent-child situations. So for some of you, yeah, there's distress. This is Libra. There's a child that might feel like there's a lot of pressure on them from their parent. Some of you, Librans, maybe you're having a lot of headache. It seems that it's hard for you to maybe, you're confused, it looks like, because you got a lot of trauma talk that's going on in your head. If it's not you, then it's definitely somebody around you. Every last one of us has trauma, though. So this isn't a criticism. This is me observing this in the reading. It's the way that you're talking to yourself. It's the things that you're saying to yourself. It seems like maybe you are just normally someone that puts a lot of pressure on yourself. Some of you, the pressure has something to do with your financial situation, because it seems like you're in this endless loop where you feel like things are not getting better. I almost want to say, Libra, that I think you're in a state of depression. I think your mental health is suffering. And if it's not your mental health, then it's definitely your physical health has taken a hit. If it's not yours, like I said, it may be somebody that is around you and that is close to you and somebody that you really truly care about. Maybe someone passed through a health issue. Yeah, it seems like it's hard for you to stay in budget. It's hard for you to save money. You might feel, Libras or cross watchers, that maybe you're living beyond your means. So maybe you might be making some changes in that area, because I definitely feel like finances are something that you're concerned about. For some of you, your financial situation has been affected because of an accident or an injury. If that's not you, disregard. But about this violent situation, not all of you are in a violent relationship, but some of you are. Some of you are dealing with someone who has a very bad temper, especially when emotions and liquor or other substances are mixed into the picture. What's going on with Libras? You are confused. You're not sure which way to go. You're not sure if it's time to leave. It looks like you really do genuinely care for someone, but it seems like somebody's not ready to let this go. You got a situation that's full of manipulation and lies. And yeah, you do have a child with someone. For some of you, since we're talking about a father figure, it might be, oh no, an absent father. Maybe that is. Maybe that is the absent father. Maybe some of you are separate from your child's father due to betrayal, due to a lack of trust. They have somebody else. It looks like somebody could be in a full-fledged relationship with someone else, Libra, a cross-watcher. And this would be the betrayal. This might be something that comes to light. This might be something that you don't see clearly in your situation. Or this is someone trying to manipulate a situation. Here you are, Libra. Feels like somebody is trying to get away with something, especially legally. So Taurus, that's in your reading. Yeah, I think so. Some of you, your children are very scholarly. You have a very intelligent child. You could be concerned about a child's education this week, Libra, a cross-watcher. Or you have a Libra child that maybe you're concerned about concerning their education. There's a child that really wants to be heard, that wants to be recognized by their parent. But it seems that, what's going on? It just seems like maybe somebody's not really paying attention. That's how somebody is viewing the situation. Some of you, maybe it's really time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your child. Maybe you haven't talked to them. Maybe, again, you might talk to them on a daily basis, but it feels like there's a deeper issue that's at hand that may need to be discussed that's not being talked about. So there could be a conversation that possibly comes to the surface. Hopefully this isn't a surface level conversation. This is going to be a deep one, Libra. It's about control. I got this similar message for Sagittarius. I got the same exact card for Sag. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius. And you do have Sagittarius in your reading twice. You got Temperance twice in your reading. There may be a child, and this could even be an adult child, that may feel that their parent is very controlling, keeps them on a tight leash, and would like for them to loosen up a bit. This could even be in a love relationship. Someone is very possessive, controlling, or at least this is how someone is perceiving the situation. Someone would like someone to lighten up a bit because it's causing someone to pull away. Transform anger. This has been the case for the longest, Libra. It seems like that's something that you've been kind of wrestling with for a while. Either you, I mentioned this, it's either you or someone around you. I was talking to you about emotions. The emotion in particular would be anger. Like I said, especially if alcohol is involved. Someone this week could be very temperamental. An easy 0 to 60 situation could possibly be taking place. So be careful about alcohol, emotions, anger, and hands being someone putting hands, because it definitely feels like there's a legal situation that could end up in jail time. So your guides are saying, transform your anger. Be mindful about your anger getting out of control or allowing your anger to run the show. If this has something to do with someone else, your guides are saying, kind of recognize the situation when it starts to ramp up. Maybe some of you might decide to de-escalate the situation. In this situation, again, it feels like somebody's 0 to 60. Like it's just hard to talk somebody down out of their mental state. Especially if this is someone assuming. Since we're talking about context, it feels like somebody is missing context. That's what I feel that this is. So it seems like someone is making assumptions with the rest of the context is missing. Spirit is saying, slow down. I think this is you when you're driving. I don't know if this is your driving or if this is when you're on the road. There might be a lot of people speeding. But I also feel that for some of you, this is somebody with a drink in their hand, getting behind the wheel of a car. I can't tell you what to do with your life, Libra, a cross watcher, but think twice about it. If that's you, it may not be worth it. Because it seems like somebody is concerned about their safety, their physical safety. Somebody might be into some dark stuff, Libra, a cross watcher. I'm talking about spiritual work. I'm trying to see what's going on with court. Okay, here it is. You might be getting some communication about court this week, Libra, cross watcher. Some messages could possibly be coming in, especially if things have been put off, things that have been delayed. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't put your hands on somebody. You got some back pain, some chest pain, Libra. Okay. Regarding a legal situation, messages could be coming in connected to that. No, let me backtrack. The way that I'm actually looking at this is I think you might be having staticky communication with someone. This is through text. This is like an intense text conversation, or something's going on online. You might catch someone in a lie online. Some of you are going to court because of, like I said, a physically violent situation. Libra, I don't know how to say this. Definitely spending a lot on legal fees. So if this is you with a legal situation, there might be something that doesn't turn out. Somebody's going to end up doing jail time. Somebody's going in. If we're talking about court, it feels that there's an obstacle. What is it with these nosy people in your situation? You're a nosy individual. There's definitely some people that want to know the tea in your situation. There may be an obstacle, okay, when it comes to why am I hearing a civil matter? That's interesting. Some of you, maybe you're in civil court. Maybe this has something to do with a company that maybe you're taking to court. I'm not sure what this is about yet. Since we're talking about context, I'm missing some context. So once I get more context, I guess we can go into more detail about that. But it definitely feels like there is a separation. Some of you, there is separation due to jail time. Yeah, somebody is doing time. But it feels that it is temporary. Like maybe someone is going to jail, could be facing jail time, but it seems that somebody's sentencing gets cut in half. Or there is some sort of deal, plea bargain that may come through. Libras or cross watchers. So there's a change that might be coming up in your situation. Your guides are saying adaptation. You're not fixed. Are you a fixed sign? You're cardinal. Mutable signs are usually the ones that, but we're talking about stereotypically. Yeah. Anyway, all that aside, it seems like there's a change that's coming up, that it feels that is meant. You're going to have to adapt to some sort of a change that's coming up. This change feels like it's out of your hands, especially if we're talking about a legal situation. Inward resolution. Inward revolution. It seems like someone is having a reality check this week. Like something happens in your situation that kind of stirs things up. We got awakening here, but I'm going to read this as if it's a reality check. Like something jolts someone awake. It's like somebody has been asleep or they've just been sleepwalking through life. And now something happens, like I said, that makes someone realize, you know what, maybe I need to make some changes. It feels like it's that sort of thing. There's definitely some gossip. We talked about that with these nosy people that are in your situation. There's definitely some chatter that's going on in the background. There's someone that's trying to figure out what's going on in your situation. So if this is you arguing loud, Libra or cross watcher, or the cops are called, or a scene is caused, this is definitely creating a stir with the people that are around you. People want to know what the heck is going on with you, Libra. I hear indictment. Somebody is definitely being indicted on charges. There is information, there's evidence that's found in someone's phone. I don't know who I'm talking to. I mentioned to you something is going on online, okay? So maybe it's in somebody's phone. I'm not. Yeah, let me make it clear. I'm not saying to go and look through someone's phone. I'm reading the cards. So please don't base, I was telling you in the beginning of the reading, I don't even know if I said it this time, but please don't make any rash decisions based on a general reading. This seems like somebody is very watchful. Somebody knows that somebody is lying, making up stories. Hopefully that's not the case in court. Okay, because the court is going to, the truth is going to be seen, and the judge is cracking down on somebody. Thank you. As soon as I part the deck again, deception. Somebody is definitely able to see the holes in somebody's story. Something going on with your money too. We already talked about that. There's definitely something going on with your living situation. So some of you, it feels like maybe you could be moving. Maybe you feel stuck with regard to that, with regard to a move. But something is going to require you to move. Like I was telling you, Libra, some things that are happening in your situation are out of your hands. You might be receiving some packages this week, Libra or cross watcher. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to that. Backtracking. Remember, let me repeat myself. I'm not saying to go look through someone's phone. I'm not. What I am saying is that if there was some information there, somebody's trying to delete that information. Somebody doesn't want to get caught. Okay? Somebody realizes that their partner is watching them. So whatever it is, somebody's deleting that information. I never want to feel that way again. What did you want from me? Oh, okay, Libra. I think we get the point. So we're going to move on. We're going to talk about some of the things in your life. It just seems like this might be a hard one this week, Libra. But remember, we're talking about adaptation. Spirit is saying adapt to the changes. Your spirit guides are here to help you adapt to changes. Some of you Libras, it seems like there's a relationship that's over. A relationship that maybe you really care about. You really love this person, but it seems like there's something that's coming to an end. You might be coming to recognize that. You might see that for yourself. It might be hard to end something, but it seems like something brings you a lot of freedom by letting something go, rather than holding on tightly to a situation that you feel like you're having to chase. It seems like you're at a crossroads regarding certain things in your life. It has something to do with your living situation. It feels that it's a court situation is impacting it. It may even be your love life, because it does feel that somebody does have a side situation that's going on, and someone is making a decision about what to do, about whether or not to remain in the situation the way that it is, or to go back to somebody to fix a situation that feels in their mind can't really truly be fixed. Somebody's really thinking about this. And if this is someone realizing that maybe a romantic involvement is not possible, but there are kids involved, and this feels like this is someone going back to at least feel like they can rekindle things with their children. They might feel like a relationship between the two of you is unrealistic, but maybe it's time to go and fix a situation with a child. Because it definitely feels like someone is looking back on a particular situation, looking back on you, looking back on maybe what the two of you used to have. It seems like somebody in this situation is kind of evaluating where they want to be in their life, but at the moment feeling confused, at the moment feeling like there's an obstacle keeping you and them from being together. I don't know. You got some really good ideas that are coming through, Libra. You might be able to utilize these ideas, especially if you feel a challenge in some sort of way in your life. It's like your guides are saying, challenge the way that you see things. Libra, gosh, I don't know what to say, because it feels like in your reading, it looks like you feel helpless. Maybe you feel like you want to run away from a particular challenge that's going on in your life, or you don't know how to approach a challenging situation. Something this week has you feeling gloomy or sad. You might be receiving a text from an ex-friend. You could possibly be receiving a call from someone that can help you. Some of you Librans might be donating some things. You might be receiving a lot of spam calls or a lot of spam emails, or possibly you are the one sending the spam, Libra or cross watcher. Maybe this week you might be kind of fixated on what's going on in politics. We don't discuss politics on this channel. It's been coming up. So whatever's going on with this political race feels like it's got your attention. Definitely somebody is very active online. Like somebody is active like on Facebook, social media. There's a lot of buzz going on social media. Some of you, maybe you are just, maybe you have an online presence, or you're watching a lot of things on socials. I was saying you're getting some you're getting some ideas. I'm trying to figure out what are you doing with these ideas? Is this at work? That's where the pressure seems like it is. Because it seems like it's hard to keep motivated. It's hard to keep moving forward because you feel knocked down. Can we look at some positive things? I promise you, Libra, I'm looking. But as I continue to look more and more in the reading, it just seems like we keep talking about the same thing. Like we keep coming back to the central issue, which is this relationship or your mindset. I guess we're going to leave it off here. Adaptation. There's changes that are coming into your life, in your situation this week. These things are going to require you to adapt. It's going to require you to heal. Certain things are going to require you to address your wounds. Maybe it's easier to kind of pretend to put a smile on your face when really you're feeling down. Love is definitely something this week that might be kind of complicated. But it's not a question of does someone love you, because it definitely feels like somebody does, Libra or cross watcher. Whether this is the one that you're with currently or there's someone else that loves you. It's that sort of thing. Yeah. Adaptation, flexibility. Things may not go as planned, Libra or cross watcher, this week. I mentioned to you, there you are, Libra. The truth is going to be seen about something. This is the week that you get clarity. So we talked earlier about context. So there are missing pieces of a conversation or an assumption that's made. Someone's trying to put the clues together to figure things out, because it looks like some situations or some pieces of the puzzle are missing. Listen to what someone is saying. It's in the context clues. It's time to maybe read between the lines to kind of figure out what someone is saying, because it feels that this week someone is not being direct. They're being very indirect in the things that they're saying. So it seems like it's adding to your confusion. There's somebody that's coming through this week that is very manipulative. They want power over the situation because deep down inside they feel powerless. It feels like it has something to do with someone's self-esteem. See this? You got this eyeball and you got the truth. Someone is definitely looking for the truth, listening for the truth, because someone is feeling that someone is keeping secrets. So they're going to look for evidence. They're going to look for the truth because somebody feels like somebody is just so easy to see through. I talked to you about your inner child issues, triggers, things that come up that have you pissed off. So your guides are saying be mindful of your inner child. This feels like this is a week where it's time to go within, Spirit is saying, and maybe it's time to really look at, examine what's causing you to feel a particular way. Like I said, somebody's pushing someone away. Rather than bringing someone closer, it seems that there's someone that's pushing somebody away. Let's get into it. Let's see the advice. Holy Spirit, what is the advice for the Libra Nation for the next 7 days? Put your creative energy into action. Thank you. That was what I was meaning to go back to. You're getting some ideas I mentioned to you. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. Visualization. Help you communicate your vision. You have a very creative mind, it looks like, Libra, a cross watcher. Maybe some of you write music. You're a performer. You may be an influencer. Whatever the case, it feels that you're getting a lot of downloads, a lot of creative ideas, and you might be deciding to utilize these ideas. If you can manage your schedule, Libra, a cross watcher, it seems like there's some positivity that comes out of this. By utilizing your creativity and putting certain things into action, step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. It feels like this may have something to do with your purpose, Libra, a cross watcher. Some of you, maybe it's beneficial for you to look into your life path number. It looks like the number 3 is being highlighted here. 3 would be the number of Gemini. 3 is the number of communication. Some of you were born on the 12th, the 21st, the 30th, the 3rd. It seems like your gift is communication. You could possibly even be a Gemini. Mercury, maybe. It seems like you're a Mercurian somewhere. Where are they reading for Libra? Yeah, Gemini and Virgo feel like they're highlighted in your reading. Yep, definitely Gemini. There's a message. You're a messenger, this feels like, Libra. You're meant to be in the spotlight. It has everything to do with your purpose. So maybe that's what this is about, this creativity. It seems like maybe you are stepping into your purpose. You're realizing why you're here. Because it seems like maybe for the longest time, that's something that you've been questioning, Libra, cross watcher. You're definitely highly protected, Libra. And it definitely feels like my financial situations are in for an improvement. It seems like Spirit is coming in to give some sort of a financial blessing. Money might start to flow in, Libra, cross watcher, where you might feel that money has been kind of scarce. I mentioned to you at the top of the reading that there's someone in the past. This person might be on your mind around this period of time. They are going out of their way to send you spirit signs to let you know that they're around you. So this might be how someone is showing up from the afterlife. Maybe you're noticing just random coins sporadically around, or you're noticing feathers or this sort of thing. There's definitely a lot of spirit signs, and I think that you're someone who is able to pick up on them. Since we're talking about awakening, maybe this is you going through an awakening. Definitely, I feel that this is you stepping into your purpose. The advice is have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Yeah, it seems like this week you're operating out of fear. Your thoughts are fear-based. It feels that way, or they're based in past trauma. And so these are trauma responses that you're firing off in a particular situation, Libra, a cross watcher. You're not speaking to the adult them this week, Libra, a cross watcher. You're speaking to their inner child. Their inner child at the moment is feeling broken, but your angels are definitely leading you back. They're leading you to a place of healing. Yes. Especially if you're someone that focused on this relationship instead of your grief. Your grief has everything to do from what happened back in the day. That's your sign. It's like, what do I do? Where do I start? It's this. It's here. Because it seems like for the longest time, maybe you've neglected your inner child. It feels that way. Because you put the focus and the spotlight on someone else. My spirit is saying you got to be able to clear these issues first, Libra cross watcher. For some of you, it's not with your inner child. It just seems like there's an issue with a child, where maybe things have fallen off. Maybe there's a parent that did take the easy way out and somebody is feeling rerouted to go back to mend a situation with their child or with the parent of their child. It seems like, yeah, epiphany with your child's other parent is what I was trying to say. I mentioned to you, creative ideas. It seems like they definitely come through this week. Yep. You got awakening and you have third eye. Definitely. That's what I feel that this is. Spiritual awakening. You're definitely seeing your purpose this week. Libra cross watcher. Forgiveness. For some of you, this is forgiveness of self. Or this is you maybe forgiving your parents for not being what you needed them to be growing up. Or this is you possibly, we talked about anger, or maybe it's a cross watcher possibly. Maybe there's a situation where somebody is thinking back to a situation that they're not proud of the decisions that they made. And this could be you kind of rethinking these things, rehashing them in your mind. And maybe this is you wishing that there could be forgiveness, that someone would forgive you for maybe some things that may have played out. No. It just feels like this is a very pensive week for you. And maybe you don't know what to say to fix a situation. Libra cross watcher. There's a Scorpio that's in your energy. Oh, it was supposed to be Scorpio season. So you could definitely be celebrating the birthday of a Scorpio. Let's see. One more. Spirit guides, what is the advice as we leave off for the Libra Nation? Pearls of gratitude. Pearls, I believe, are Cancer. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancerian. Maybe there's a Cancerian that may have passed. Pearls of gratitude. It's easy to feel thankful when the seas of life are calm. But storms have uses too. They clear and aid and often bring up treasure from the deep. Look for the pearls beneath the storm. Thank you. That's what this feels like. It feels like you're going through a storm, Libra. You guys are saying, I think they're telling you to take a deep dive. It feels like maybe for the longest, maybe you've been dealing with surface issues. This week, it doesn't feel like you can kind of survive on that. It seems like you guys are saying you got to take a deep dive connected to a particular situation, especially when it comes to your inner child or it has something to do with children. Maybe some of you, there could be some stormy weather around you. But you guys are saying look deep. But maybe you're just used to looking on the surface. There's a lot here having to do with the water, the beach. Maybe some of you could possibly be going to the beach. You might be noticing birds. Maybe you are a songbird. Maybe you do sing. What you give your attention to shapes your experience of life. Turn down the volume of the world's disharmony and choose to listen to what gives you joy. It seems like your guides are saying shift your energy to things that are happy, things that are on a lighter note. Seems like your guides really do want you to go out, and I know I keep saying it, but it feels like they want you to entertain your inner child. Only reason I'm saying this is because you have a lot of references to children in your reading. So this is like your childlike essence. It's like your guides are saying go back to that, or you're spending a lot of time with children. Maybe this is you changing your schedule up. You've forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. I think you've forgotten who you really are. Yes, Libra, when was the last time you laughed? It seems like you're very isolated. You're in protective bubble mode. Maybe you're protective of children. I think you're protective over your heart. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Something is almost over. Something that you've been enduring for the longest time, Libra or cross-watcher. Some particular challenge that you might still be on the tail end of going through. It's getting ready to be over. The things that you've had to adapt to be flexible to. You guys are saying things are getting ready to be over. Lighting the darkness. The human hand can build a fire to light the home, but the light from a loving heart can illuminate the world. I think this is you. I think that you are a light worker. I think you are meant to be a light to this world. I think that this has a lot to do with your purpose. So if we're talking about context, maybe this is you kind of putting together the context from the universe to figure out what your purpose is and why you are here. It seems like things might be becoming more and more vivid for you. Some of you, I did mention Sagittarius already. All right, Libra, this has been a very confusing reading. I hope that it helped. This concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. If you found that it was helpful, Libras, give this video a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. Thank you, Libra Nation, for deciding to tune in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one, Libra Nation. Peace out.